You're watching Kristina's Aha Moments.
Aloha! You've tuned in to the Hawaii Healing Network, and I'm your host, Kristina Mekdeci. Aloha, this is Kristina. Today is the blood full moon, and this is related to the twin flame, and I thought it was just important that I share this. It goes a little bit out of order from the blogs, that's why I'm keeping those separate, because the blogs will be excerpts from the book, and the book is 3 years of notes, so I only have blog 1. We got a ways to go. Today, all day, I was thinking about my twin flame. Real strong disconnect. Desired disconnect, I guess it's the way to put it. And I couldn't understand why. And I felt, especially with this blood moon eclipse, it's a real transitional point. We can let things go. We can start new things in our life. And this is a time where we really need to, do blessings and manifestations and visualizations of what we want. Tonight, for example, today for me, I cleaned the whole house, moved everything, really did a deep cleaning. And now I'm doing a deep conditioning, and I'm going to do a facial, and then I'm going to go into doing some meditations. I took all my crystals outside so they could get cleansed. And I did yoga tonight to help, cleanse and move the energy. And for me, there's a strong letting go in this full blood moon, in this eclipse. It's really a time for us to let go of old patterns, old persons, things that no longer serve us. So with that, all day there was thoughts about my twin flame, and I just remember thinking, I'm making this transition to really step away from ego. And the more you do this, and the more you choose to work with your heart, it's really difficult to surround yourself with people who are still stuck in the ego. You'll find that you'll still have friends that are vacillating back and forth, but they're getting more and more out of the ego. And I believe those are the people that you're supposed to be spending the rest of this life on this earth during this time with, because they're the people who truly are letting go of ego. So let me explain to you what I did. I put my twin flame in front of me. I visualized him in front of me. I asked his spirit, and I looked at him with my third eye, my spiritual sight, and I asked, do I still want to be with him? But then that went right into my mind. So then I brought myself into my heart, and I connected to his heart, and I wanted to see where he was. I felt like I was connecting with a young boy, insecure, fearful, still holding on to some things that he needs to work on. And when you're insecure and you're fearful, that's the ego. We all have a choice right now. We can choose to be in our ego body. It means we're going to hold on to fear, the highs and lows of our emotional state. And people like that. It really does, I will admit, that kind of life with your ego, it's like being on a drug. A person who is truly wanting to achieve enlightenment, you'll realize that as you are moving toward this path, you're happy all the time, but you're not dealing with the highs and lows. You're not ecstatically happy. You're not over the top happy. And that's great, because then you're also not hitting those lows. But that's kind of neat. That's like the high of a drug. You get the, excitement and the drug and the climax of it, but then you have the crash. Well, as we move out of ego and we move into self, higher self, authentic self, you seem to see those emotions kind of balance. You're not ever really sad or disappointed, and you're not ever ecstatic, over the top happy, but you're in the middle. And it reminds me so much of Buddha. You're just happy for no reason. You have this very even, balanced happiness that just it's so amazing. It just kind of transcends through time and space, and you're happy doing nothing, you're happy doing something, and people around you notice this because they don't understand how you just have this even happiness. Things no longer bother you. And I left my ego in Santa Cruz, and I came back to Hawaii really experiencing, sorry if the camera's wiggling, I'm trying to keep it balanced, really experiencing my authentic self. And tonight, when I connected with my twin flame, he's not there. What I do know, and this is in response to a blog that I watched where the woman was really making it I'm trying to look for the right word. She was suggesting that we absolutely have to meet our twin flames in the physical, and it must happen. You know what? I don't buy into that. And let me tell you why. If your twin flame still has work to do, and they're allowed to take as much time as they need to get their work done, then it will not serve you if you find yourself evolving to a point where you're leaving your ego behind and you're rising up to a whole different vibration. Many people refer to this as the fifth dimension, and whatever, words are irrelevant, but let's just say your vibration is getting higher, then it's not going to serve you to be with your twin flame in the physical if he is at a lower vibration, because either he has to rise up to your vibration, and that to me you have to do on your own, and you do your own work when you're trying to increase your vibrational energy in your vibrational field. So more often than not, a loving being will sell themselves short and kind of vibrate at the lower level. And that's really sacrificing a lot of growth. So if your twin flame is at the vibration that you're at, and we had a little technical difficulty. My phone, which can record for over an hour, said that 8 minutes was too long, so I had to turn it back on. Back to what I was saying. If your twin flame meets your vibrational energy, then yes, absolutely, you should meet in the physical. I think that's wonderful, because then both of you are ready to make the ascension together. However, if your twin flame is not, then you need to let them have the time and space they need to do what they need to do. And if they're going to choose to stay in the ego, allow them to choose to stay in the ego. If they're going to choose to heal themselves and, rise up and become their authentic self, then you allow that. You can't force it. It's definitely up to the person to make that choice. So what does that mean? Maybe you won't meet your twin flame this lifetime. You will still and always be connected to them. But if they don't figure it out during this time on the physical plane, then guess what? You just figure it out next time in another dimension, another planet, another lifetime, somewhere completely different. And tonight, I realized that there's a huge letting go. And I think I need to do this. And it's wonderful because our connection that we had, even though they've been brief moments over 3 years, really helped me dig up some old emotional triggers and clear them. And I am so grateful for that, because now I can move forward into a place that I've never experienced vibrationally in this human body. That's my little aha moment about the twin flame. Now what I'm going to do is continue with my pranic healing full moon meditation guided by a Master Co. And you guys can do that. It's online, free. And I'm going to do my facial, finish doing my deep hair conditioning, and really wake up tomorrow with this new awareness and this new perception of the next coming days, months, and years as we move forward. This is an exciting time to be alive on this earth, and I'm happy to say I'm here. Thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to share my story with you, and aloha.